As photographers, I'm sure we've all had our ups. You know what I'm talking about. The days when we go out and everything is what you define as perfect, whether that's lighting, the weather, the number of people in the area, whatever it is, the perfect conditions for you. After those kinds of shoots, I always come back super excited to edit and see how those pictures end up coming out. But realistically, those types of days aren't going to happen every time we go out. Especially for the majority of us photographers that can't go out every day, whether that's because of work or family, let alone get as many opportunities to go out during certain times like sunrise or sunset. With all the photographers you may be seeing online, showing what seems like portfolio pictures one right after another, you may be stressing about why your photos might not be like that, or why you aren't consistently getting those level of photos. But trust me, even though it may be hard, that really shouldn't be the mindset. If you're going out with a set expectation that you're going to be bringing back at least 3 to 5 photos that are portfolio worthy, not only will you probably be disappointed at the end of that particular shoot, but you won't last long doing photography. The amount of disappointment from repeatedly not meeting your expectations won't be as high as your passion for photography, no matter how much you love it. This isn't even factoring the boredom that you may have photographing the same location over and over again. Once you've been to a location so many times, you probably won't be leaving with the same amount of shots you might have had the first time you walked through that area. Take for example a recent photo walk I had. I went out with my camera at downtown LA and walked around to see what type of shots I can get. And well, I'll let the next couple of clips show you how that exactly went out. And honestly, that's really how a lot of my photo walks go nowadays. Of course, there are still times where I go out and I'll still get 3 or 5 photos that I really like, and maybe even more. But like I mentioned before, that's not really the majority. I'd be lying if I said I get photos I'm happy with after every shoot. There are shoots where I literally get back home with nothing. Honestly, I'm happy if I even get one shot I like from a photo walk. I'd say the majority of my shoots end up with 80% of the shots I get not even making it into Lightroom to edit. And another 10 or 15% after that just not getting edited at all because I ended up not liking it. So that leaves me with about 5 or 10% of my shots after every shoot. And I really don't have to do the math to say that that doesn't really leave me with a lot of photos after a photo walk. And there's nothing wrong with that at all. But that goes to show you the number of photos I'll actually end up keeping. Now getting to a question that may have popped up in your mind. If we shouldn't be aiming for lack of a better word, a portfolio-worthy shot during shoots, then what should be the goal? Why are we going out for? And well, the answer is different for everyone. But for me, one major reason I keep photographing despite being bored of LA is to simply get my ass out of the house and walk around. I can't stand not doing anything all day. I aim for as many times as I can, but if I can't go out more, then at least twice a week. As much as I hate driving in LA traffic, the urge to just get my steps in for the day and walk around has helped me get out of the house so many days, even when I might feel too lazy to go out for photography. Another reason why I still go out is because I do still want to get better at photography. And that doesn't just mean getting images that I consider great. For practicing, that just means getting out there and taking photos. Photography really is a numbers game. The more you go out, the more you can practice your photography. And the more that you're out there taking photos, the more opportunities you naturally have to capture images you end up liking. Though just taking pictures might be too broad of a goal for some, even for myself, sometimes I want to try something more goal-oriented. In those cases, one day I'll choose only one way I want to shoot. Let's say I only want silhouettes. And then another day I may only want to focus on frames or focus on getting the details. I feel like limiting yourself like this can really help you get unique images that you might have not thought of otherwise, which is why, on a side note, I like using prime lenses. I may end up with images I like, or maybe I end up with nothing. It doesn't really matter at the end of the day, because when it's all said and done, I went out with my camera and I practiced, and that definitely beats not going out at all. As I mentioned earlier, a lot of my shoots recently have ended up in little to no pictures that I liked, compared to the days when I was fully inspired and going out and getting a bunch of pictures. And that's perfectly fine and okay if a lot of photo walks are like this. The journey in photography is marked with a mix of highs and lows. While the allure and goals of capturing the perfect shot in ideal conditions is always the dream, it's very important to realize that those days are rare and shouldn't be the sole focus. Embracing the reality that not every shoot will yield portfolio-worthy images is crucial for long-term growth and sustainability in photography. The process of going out with an open mind and simply enjoying the act of capturing moments becomes a true essence of photography and is a full experience of the process. Even among the challenges of repetition and occasional disappointment, The act of stepping outside, exploring, and honing one's skills remains a true reward. So while the number of exceptional shots may be limited, the journey itself, the dedication to improvement, and the joy of creating should always be the forefront of a photographer's mindset. I can go on and on about this, as it's definitely something I always think about, especially when I start to get anxious about where I'm at with my photography. Anyways, that wraps up today's video. I hope you found this video helpful in any way. If you have any thoughts or comments, please leave them down in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to give it a like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Later.